Hello all, good evening and welcome to today class. So in this session, we are going to discuss about web application fundamentals. Okay, so in this session, we are completely going to see about some network configurations and web application configurations like what is request, what is response, how the web application handling request and web application security policies like what is cross-origin resource sharing, what is same origin policy, and especially we are going to use the tool burp shoot in this session. So today we are going to see about what is HTTP, what is HTTPS, and what is URL, what is URI, what is FTP, what is SSH, and web application configuration and web application security policies. Okay, hypertext transfer protocol. So what is the work of hypertext transfer protocol, why it is used, and where it is used? So generally, this hypertext transfer protocol is a communication level protocol. It establishes communication between a browser and server. So this is the role of hypertext transfer protocol. Hypertext transfer protocol is a communication level protocol. Establish the communications between browser and server. This HTTP protocol use the port number 80. Okay, so this HTTP server specifically take this port number of 80 for running the service default. Okay, but this HTTP protocol will be called as a stateless protocol. Okay, I'll tell you why this HTTP protocol will be called as a stateless protocol. Because see, for example, you just consider there is a banking application and you are doing some online transaction. Okay, so in that time, what are all the data you are enter into the application? Your card number, okay, CVV number, expiry date, and OTP. See, these data are a sensitive or a normal data. Of course, it is a sensitive data. Okay, so if it is a proper application, what this application need to do? This application have to do encrypt all the user informations, all the user data. But if it using the standard of HTTP, it doesn't encrypt the data. Instead, it sends the data in a clear text. So if any bad actors or attackers present in the same network, if they are sniffing for the packet and what are all the packet are going on through the monitoring mode, they can able to easily get what are all the data is passing. Okay, they can able to easily get the packet. So inside the packet, our data is without encryption in a clear text, so they can easily take a information of any user. So this is actually HTTP protocol will do. Okay, so HTTP is a stateless protocol because it doesn't validate whether the user is even logged in the application or not. Okay, so these are all the things HTTP protocol will do, and it is called as a stateless protocol. And one more reason, it doesn't encrypt the communication between browser and server. Instead of that, it send all the data in a clear text. Okay, so for fixing this HTTP protocol, they have introduced a new protocol which is HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Okay, previously we see about hypertext transfer protocol, now we are seeing about hypertext transfer protocol secure. So HTTP is a stateless protocol, HTTPS is a secure protocol. So this HTTPS protocol will properly validate the request, and it encrypt all the communication between browser and server. Even if there is any person who doing a monitoring in our same network, if they can able to get the data but they can't able to decrypt the data. So this is generally this HTTPS can do. Okay, HTTP is a stateless protocol, HTTPS is a secure protocol. So HTTPS is the advanced version of HTTP. Sorry, HTTPS is the advanced version of HTTP service. Okay, so generally HTTP servers use the port number 80 and HTTPS servers use the port number 443 for their service. Now we will see about how to convert application from HTTP to HTTPS. So generally it having a signature algorithm which is SSL. Okay, SSL means secure socket layer. So I'm a owner of application and my application running a HTTP protocol. If I import SSL certificate into my application, and now my application will be converted from HTTP to HTTPS. Okay, so generally if we import SSL certificate into our application, that will be converted into HTTP to HTTPS. Okay, and even not all the HTTPS protocols are secure because there are also multiple issues in HTTPS and SSL certificate also. The older version of SSL certificate like version 1.0 having the vulnerability of SSL downgrade. See, generally, what is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS protocol? So, but it encrypts all the datas. Okay, HTTP will send all the datas in a clear text. HTTPS sends all the data in encrypted manner. Okay, so this is the major difference between HTTP and HTTPS. How we convert HTTP application into HTTPS? So we need to import the SSL certificate to the application, then only HTTP application will be converted to HTTPS. Now SSL downgrade means the older version of SSL certificate are having this issue. Okay, so using this SSL downgrade mechanisms, attacker converting HTTPS application request into HTTP request. Okay, HTTPS application service into HTTP application, so they can able to see what are all the data will be passing. Okay, so wait, I'll show you now. So I'm just showing it on live. So here I'm using the very famous traditional network hacking tool, one of the packet sniffing tool, which is Wireshark. Okay, I'm just opening my browser. Okay, so we'll take one demo application. So demo.testfire.com. I think .net. Yes. So this is just a demo application, not a real. It also lively hosted on a website, but this is a demo application generally. Okay, so if you found any exploit into this application, you can use this application to practice an exploitations. Okay, so I'm just going with the sign in. See, this application is running on HTTP protocol. Okay, here you can able to see it is not secure. Okay, it is running in HTTP protocol. What I am doing is I'm just signing. Before that, I'm starting my WLAN interface. Okay, I'm just sniffing for the packet which are all going through my WLAN interface. I'm just signing with the default credential of user ID admin, password equal to also admin. See, now we have login as admin user, and I'm checking with Wireshark is there any packet is going or not. Okay, what are all the packet is going and what are all the informations are passing in the packets. So for this, I'm just filtering the protocol types. HTTP protocol is passing here, not. Yes, here there is some HTTP protocol, and as you can able to see the post login. Okay, see here I'm checking into this packet. See here the user ID and passwords are passing in a clear text. Okay, admin and everything. So here attacker can able to see this is a general thing. Okay, so here every data will be passing through the server without any encryption. Okay, without any proper encryption it will transferring the data to the server. So this is the issue of HTTP application. Okay, so this is the issue of HTTP application. So if this application using a HTTPS protocol, for example, we take a Facebook login as an example. Okay, if you log in something in a Facebook, that is Facebook is a general HTTPS service. So here you can able to see the difference of facebook.com. Okay, so here there is a log symbol, so which means this connection is secure. So what are all the data you are entering in this facebook.com will be properly encrypted. Okay, even any threat actor who is listening for who is sniffing for all the packets which is passing in your network, they didn't get your, even if they get the data packet, they can't able to decrypt the packet. Okay, they can't able to decrypt the values. So this is the HTTP and HTTPS protocol. And SSL downgrade means, see, for example, now Facebook using very secure SSL certifications. But if there is any application using any weak SSL certifications, what attacker will do is using the method of SSL downgrade, they downgrade the HTTPS service into HTTP service. So what is the advantage of downgrading HTTPS service into HTTP service? They can able to visible all the data in a clear text. Okay, so this is SSL downgrade. And next we'll see about TLS. What is TLS? TLS is a transport layer security. What transport layer security will do? Okay, so yes, you can take this as a task or assessment. Okay, so you can take please make a research. Okay, even in this today breakdown. Okay, so from this image itself, you can able to see this is a general HTTP application. So everything goes in a clear text, and here the data is encrypted. And next one, request and response. Okay, we'll see request and response, how the request will be created, what are all the parameters, what are the headers will be formed in the request, and what are all the necessary headers have to be present in response. Everything will be seen clearly in upcoming. Now generally, you know what is a request and response. So here we are the client and facebook.com is the server. So if we searching for facebook.com or anything, that is a request. Okay, and if we get any response from the application, for example, here I'm just downloading songs, I'm making request to the application and the data is downloading, that is a response. Okay, so previously we had discussed about what is FTP at all. Sorry, what is TCP UDP at all? And you all know what is FTP, file transfer protocol. It runs on the port number 21. So it generally used to transfer the files between two servers. And yes, I hope you all know about what is SSH service also. So SSH is a secure shell. So we'll see more about SSL in upcoming. Okay. So now we directly go into what is URL, website location. So URL is a uniform resource locator. So what is uniform resource locator? So before going to uniform locator, we see about resource. So why we are using online to get some resource, either it may be a video or files or any data. So we need that resource. So that is the thing we are looking for online, anything it may be. Okay, so that this is why we are looking going with online. So uniform resource locator. So for example, if I am searching for a resource, where does where does the resource will be located? Okay, so either my resource will be presented in any sites, in the site in which directory the resource will be presented. So this is actually uniform resource locator to identify where our current resource is located. That is URL, uniform resource locator. See, in URL you can able to split it into three parts. First one is a protocol. Okay, so this is a general URL. I'm just copying the URL. Okay, so this HTTP is a protocol. So this application is using HTTP protocol. First one is a protocol and this is a host name. Okay, demo.testfire.net, and this colon slash slash is a separator. Okay, so this separator will separate host name and protocol. And see this demo.testfire.net. Testfire.net is a host name and demo. Dot is a subdomain. So domain is the main site, subdomain is a subsite or a tree of the domain. So for example, we just see facebook.com. So more than lakhs of employees are working in a Facebook and they having a multiple business. Okay, so generally Facebook is their product, they doing multiple business using Facebook, they doing marketing and everything they'll do. Okay, so it is not possible to do all the activities in the same domain. Okay, so it is not easy to manage all the activities in the same domain. So what they do is they create a subdomain. So they make this facebook.com as a domain. Okay, so for example, there is a subdomain like help.facebook.com. Okay, so if you want to raise any query to Facebook, then you have to go for this, then you will be redirect to this help.facebook.com. So here the Facebook help support team will be presented. Okay, and if you found out any vulnerability in a Facebook, then security.facebook.com. So this is not an actual domain, just for assumption I'm saying. Okay, so security.facebook.com means this particular domain is managed by this Facebook security team. Okay, so Facebook this particular domain is monitored by Facebook security team. The same. Okay, marketing.facebook.com. So why they are creating a subdomain to handle their business very properly. Okay, see, if all the business will be hosted in the same domain, means it is not easy to manage everything in the same domain. So they create a subdomain which is tree domain. Okay, facebook.com is a domain, and these are all the trees of facebook.com. Okay, so this help.facebook.com will be monitored by the Facebook support team. Okay, so accounts.facebook.com. So if you have any account related issue, then you can go with accounts.facebook.com. And hr.facebook.com is handled by their HR team, and marketing.facebook.com will be focused by the marketing team, and security.facebook.com will be focused by the security team. Okay, so actually Facebook having more than 3000 subdomains in their record. Okay, Facebook having more than, generally they have more than 3000 subdomains in their record. So now I hope you all get why they are using a subdomain. Not only Facebook, all the most of the application having this subdomain. Okay, so if you're going with Google, if you're signing a Google account means you can able to see accounts.google.com. See, here google.com is a domain. Okay, here generally google.com is a domain. You can able to see accounts.google.com. So for a Google account, so this is why they are using a subdomain to manage everything properly. Understood? So if you want to raise a query against Facebook, then you no need to focus on facebook.com, or you not sorry, you no need to focus on some other subdomain. Once if you go with help.facebook.com, they only help these customers, and they founding their queries. Okay, so this is why subdomains are using. Okay, so I hope you all clear with this why business are using subdomains. Next we'll see about what is URI. Okay, see, this is a general URL. So URL having the protocol separator and domain name. Okay, host name. This is the contents having in URL. So what about URI, uniform resource identifier? See, for example, here I'm just creating a URL for let's start user. Okay, so just for example we take this domain. Okay, so just for example we take this URL. See what is presented inside the URL. Okay, so this is generally URL, but once after the domain, what are all the data will be coming here? It is the URI. Okay, so then what is URI means? See, first in this URL it having the protocol HTTP and separator and host name demo.testfire.net. After demo.testfire.net, here there is a folders. Okay, so inside the demo.testfire.net there is a folder user. Inside the folder user there is another folder Adam. Okay, so I'll show you in a practically so that you will get a clear experience about it. File system var www.html. So just wait, I'll show you clearly. Okay, so here I'm creating the directory user. So this is actually our Apache server location. Okay, so file system var www html. So this is the location of our Apache server. So here I'm creating a folder user. So inside the folder user, I'm just creating some other folders like John, Adam. Okay. So inside the Adam, I'm just putting a file. I'm just creating a file like uh, task. This is the task file. Adam. Okay, so I'm just making delete over it. Sorry, close this. And I'm getting back to John folder. So inside the John folder, I'm creating another file, which is same task.txt. So here I'm putting some content like this is the task file John. Saving this file, I'm closing this one. Yes, that's all. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm just going with the my terminal and I'm starting Apache service in my machine. So sudo service Apache 2 start. Yes, now our Apache service is running. I'm just checking the status. Yes, it is actively running, and I'm checking my private IP address to access my server. So I'm having the IP address of 192.168.0.105. So I'm copying this IP address. See what I'm doing. I'm just going with the browser and I'm pasting this IP address. See inside the IP address there is a folder user. Okay, and I'm just getting inside the users directory. There is a two directory Adam and John. I'm getting inside the Adam directory. So inside the Adam directory, there is a file task.txt. I'm just open clicking the file and we get the data. Okay, so here I'm copying this URL and put it on here. See, this is the URL of the task file of Adam user. Okay, so this is the URL of task file of Adam user. The same. The first thing is protocol and next one is host name. So here there is a no host name. We are using IP address. And after the host name, so what are all be present? This is URI. Okay, URI is a uniform resource identifier. So which is inside the domain or a server where our resource is located. Okay, so this is actually mentioning our server or domain. Okay, inside the domain where the data in which folder the data is actually presented, that is URI. Okay, so inside my server there is a folder called user. Inside the user folder there is another folder Adam. So inside the Adam folder there is a file task.txt. So this is URI. Okay, so this is up to domain name. Okay, once after the domain name, the folders and files presented in the URL is the URI. Okay, once after the domain name, the data, the folders and files presented, that will be considered as the URI. In generally, this totally it is a URL. Okay, if you calculate this totally, it is a URL. If you calculate this total, this is a URL. And if you find only the directory and files inside the domain, this is URI.